سلام كبرات تخاتلتي لو معلتي حزلكم متسأل لكم مدى بزعبا من رجع كندا زحزة أرستيو كندا من رجع فدرال من رجع حدش برايم مينستر مرات سكاد كم دلو نيجركم نيرا لازم من رجع أزي عبن وسان مهانغا حبيرا نيرا لو معلتي أنا بزعبا زي إلكشن كزاربو زلوك حد نقرالو نسوخا نتشعت عمت ليبرال بارتي نكندا كمرحات أنيحو أب ساعة زخا ناي نابرا جزخنا كبيرو كومون ناي ساعة لا تابس تحت درجة بتحو لوطي انت دعتر اللي يخونكم ناب كونسرفاتيف بارت غتمرصو بتحتنا يحتت بزقات امزخا ازي سايد احمد استوهاله ناي كونسرفاتيف بارتي عبال مالتيو كتمرصو بفلاي نزوم اب البرتا زلهم نسايد احمد نختمرصو بتحتنا يحتت اب كندا اتريليو برايم مينستر انت داخت مرص كونكا نمني خات مرص مجمرتا اب كبابي خات زلو كونسرفاتيف عبال كونسرفاتيف خا مجمرتا تمرص نابنت حجي ابزي زرقي حاجة اللي قبل علي ناي مرجع علاتات مالتيو أبكبابيكم كيرتم أنا كمرز دلي مسؤولكم أوكي السقان لمن يخات مرز اتناتكا عبال اتناتكا بارتي منيو أربعة عبيتي بارتي لو كندا ساتنكا كونسرفاتيف بارتي ليبرال بارتي NDP ويدما كيبك ويدما بلوك يبقواز بحال مالتيو حجي أب ساعات بزلع درجة قعوات يوم تباهلهم زولو كونسرفاتيف بارتي معناته نتشعت عمت ليبرال بارت مرح نيرو بدحريو جاستن ترودو برايم مينستر نبر ريزاين جيرو نعو تكيو زمتسخا مارك كارني نعو تكيو انت هنا قل بس يتغير مرحلة يوم بارتس حالي سلازي نازي حدش من رجازي كتساتوفو تساتفكم كدمصكم كتسمعوا عليكم والثانيو لوط انت راتر ليخونكم ابز من رجا كتساتوفو بتحتنا يحتكم الله ازي سايد احمد زبال وتي رخيبيو نيشتي ازراري بينيره نعيم روزني انا خماخمي يبلكم الله نابتا فيديو خساغركم دحريو ግን በዚ አድራሻ ዝብላዓል ትሮዞ ለኩም አካባቢኩም ናይ ኤሌክሽን ቦታ ብኸመይ ኣሎ ትሪኡ እንትራደለኩም በዚ ጎኒ ዝርግሕ ዘለኹ ቪድዮ ልክዕ ከምዛ ትሪእዋ ዘለኹም ኣብ ኣቲኹም ከምዛ ነፅሕፍያ ዘለኹ ኣድራሻኹም ትፅሕፉሞ ጥቃኹም ኤሌክሽንስ ካናዳልኩም ተኣተኹም ኣኹም ኣበይ ኣሎ እንዳ መምረፂ ቦታ ክትሪኢኹም ኣብ ሄድኩም ከዓ ትመርፁ ማለት እዩ حراي حجي ناي سيد أحمد زربا كسمعكم يقتل خا ناي اتي بيير بولييف زبال انا كندا برايم مينستر كخون عابي تقولهم زلور زربولو ناي كونسرفاتيف مرحله مالتي ناتو سئل خابل على الجريا زلخو نسايد أحمد تنامرسكم نبيير بوليفر كم دمرسكم ماتيو اب كندا نتي ابال ناي بارتي خات مرز دحرتا زبزح بارتي دمص درخبت يا مرحي دمرص مالتي برايم مينستر خون لازم بيير بولييف ناي كونسرفاتيف بارتي مرحه تمرص تراد لهم نسايد أحمد تمرصوا لكم مالتيو إلكشن جينا قصالي زلو كيدكم دمصكم كتسمعوا لو إن خنا متص بتحتنا يحطكم الله وحراي نابتا فيديو كريكم سلام كم يعلكم كبرات خاتلتي لو معلتي كاب إدمنتن ألبرتا مزيكم زلخو أنا بين هوري أبزي إوانزي أب كندا مرجع كاد كم دلو سمعكم اللهم إذا مرجع زي فدرال إلكشن كوينو أب كندا عبلو تخمس دخل أب ساعات زي أنا إنكارج جركم دايز زلخو نابزي إلكشن زي ناب كونسرفاتيف بارتي نخت مورتو سايد أحمد نخت مورتو إذا خا ناب بيير بولييف ماتيو فدرال برايم مينستر كخون بتحتنا يحطكم أبيك تمرتكم تقولون تقولوا حبريتا كاب عفو كسمعكم Hi Said Ahmed, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Ben, and thank you for visiting us. Brothers and sisters, my name is Said Ahmed. I'm one of your friend. I am a community member, and I'm humbly asking you, vote for a change. Vote for conservative. And for the last 10 years, things have been very rough. Jobs have disappeared. I've talked to many of you, and I have seen the challenges of so many young people with no jobs, and also so many people are struggling to pay the rent, to put food on the table. Enough is enough. We need a change. We need a change that brings so many jobs to us. We need a change that makes life more affordable, and we need a change that makes our neighborhood safe. So if you haven't voted, advance voting closes today until 9 p.m. So please, since there is no school and people and no work, please go out and vote today until 9 p.m. Go to Elections Canada website, click where you put your postal code, put T5, let's say if it's T5H, put space, and then put the last 3 and then click where to vote, and it will give you exactly your location to vote. Take your driver license with you, and when you show up there, they will give you a ballot. My name is number 1 on the top, Ahmed Said, Conservative. Put X in there. With your help, we will win on election night. If you can't vote today, please go on election day, which is April 28th. Every employer also required to allow people to vote. So ask your employer to give you the time to vote, and you'll be able to vote. If you are outside the province, anywhere in the country, just show up and go to where voting is happening. If you are in camp, you are also able to vote. So please let us get the vote out, and let's vote for a change and vote for me. And thank you so much for your support.
حراي thank you so much. حراي كبرى تقاتلتي ازي conservative party استهاجم اب يوتيوب فيديوهات كم سألكم نيرة اب ساعة زين مرجع أخيل له إذا مرجع زي نلوت إسلام زخانة كلاتكم كيركم نخط مرسو ناي final day ناي election اب April 28 كدمي أجن لو ما علتم نخط مرسو تخليهم سلازي conservative مرسو bring it home. Thank you so much.
Bring it home, yes. Thank you.
Let me start by talking to the young people of the nation and those who are aspiring to home ownership. You know, it was only 10 years ago you could buy an average house for $450,000. But in the last lost liberal decade, housing costs have doubled, rising faster than in any country in the G7. And so now our youth cannot afford a home. I want to buy a house. And our seniors are worried about being evicted.
I can afford with my pension to pay higher rent than this now.
We can't afford a fourth liberal term of rising housing costs. We need a change. And our conservative plan for change, 1, axe the federal sales tax on new homes. 2, incentivize municipalities to cut their construction taxes to bring houses down in cost by $100,000. 3, sell off federal land for homes. And 4, train up 350,000 young trades workers who can help build those homes. Because you deserve a home, and we're going to make it happen for a change.
It would seem it's an enthusiastic electorate this go-round as the election is heading into the final stretch ahead of voting day. The advance polls, though, seeing record numbers. We heard from Elections Canada that millions of votes have already been cast since those advance polls opened on Friday. Now, during the entire advance polling period in 2021, there were 5.8 million votes cast. In total, about 17.2 million ballots were cast that election overall, and that voter turnout was about 63%. Now, according to Elections Canada's data that is available, the highest voter turnout that we have seen in recent elections was just under 80%, coming in at 79.4%. That was back in 1958. Now, it's too early to tell if these advanced voter numbers are going to turn into a record number at the polls in general, but it's definitely setting itself up to look like it could turn out that way. We've already seen some of the leaders get out to vote as well. Jagmeet Singh cast his ballot on Friday as he was continuing his campaigning out in British Columbia. Now, that record advance turnout is leading to some wait times at polling stations for some individuals. We heard from our CBC colleagues across the country about waits in cities like Winnipeg and Vancouver and also in Ottawa. But then we have heard some stories of people who were able to be in and out in just a matter of minutes and get their ballot cast. Now, we did get a sense from Elections Canada a little bit on how they're handling this surge at the advance polls.
There are many factors that Elections Canada does not control, such as Friday was a holiday, the first day of a 4-day weekend for many people. Electors obviously wanted to do their civic duty before leaving town, going, to see family and so on. And also you can't forecast when people will show up. So it's very difficult, it's up to every person to decide.
Elections Canada did share this graphic, which illustrates the times of day that polling stations have seen the highest level of traffic. A lot of people heading in during the early part of the day and tapering off into the evening. Advance polls are open until 9 p.m. today and tomorrow. In order to cast your ballot, you're going to need to make sure you have a valid form of identification that does prove your current address. You can also refer to your voter card for information on where your polling station might be. It could be different for the advance polls than on election day. But if you also did not receive one of those voter registration cards, you are still able to register at the polls, either advance polls or, again, on election day. And April 22nd is the deadline for anyone to be able to sign up to receive a mail-in ballot or also to cast a special ballot at an elections office across the country.